Remember 8th grade? Your face is breaking out, your hormones are raging. You're so smart that your parents send you off to college unsupervised, where you're hated, and you enroll yourself in a junior high just to make friends and flirt with the girl, but then your particle accelerator pretty much ruins your life. Middle school. If you remember that, you'll relate to this movie quite a bit, because today we're talking about Disney Channel's Genius. This is one of the most problematic movies I think I've seen in a while. Just complete irresponsibility on the part of every single adult in this movie. Charlie Boyle, our protagonist, is so smart that he can just literally invent things whenever he wants.
Dad, I gotta go. I'm late for some street hockey.
Charlie Boyle loves two things: science and hockey. He's so smart that at the age of 13, he gets accepted into
Princeton, MIT,
My college scholarships weren't came back.
Caltech. Charlie's going to college. Northern University, Wisconsin. I didn't know you applied there.
And he chooses the Wisconsin school because they have a particle accelerator underneath their ice skating rink. His two favorite things in the world. Already I'm like, what is this movie? Okay, it's gonna be about a kid trying to navigate college. No, not really. First of all, his parents just send him off to college. They don't go with him, they don't supervise him, they don't even go for the first day. They just send him off, where he immediately gets death threats from the hockey team.
Well, not everyone. I think they hate me.
Because the hockey team is mad about the particle accelerator underneath. It's always like shaking the rink or whatever. And the captain of the hockey team, Mike, ends up being his roommate. Mike is like the college party guy.
Oh no. There's no way I'm sharing a room with Crickstein Jr.
But this is my housing assignment.
The lair just became the diaper den.
Not a great combination to have a 13-year-old in with a ladies' man college guy who's throwing ragers and hanging up scantily clad posters on his walls. What is going on? Charlie has been accepted to this school to help Dr. Crickstein discover a new particle called a gravitron. Using a particle accelerator, they're going to discover the secrets of gravity and solve all the world's problems. Again, he is 13 years old. Part of him being at the school is he has to teach classes like he's a professor. He's not going there to be in college. He's going there to be a teacher at college. And they throw this 13-year-old in front of a class of crazy college students, including Mike, who immediately does this.
I'm Charlie, and I'll be teaching this class.
Hello, I'm Mike, and I'll be disrupting it.
And like most people who arrive at college, Charlie figures out college is not all it's cracked up to be. Charlie is hated by his roommates and students. He discovers that working in a lab is not very fun, and then he meets Claire. She's at the college one day skating on the ice skating rink. And I fully remembered Claire as a college student. I thought this movie was about a 13-year-old trying to date a college student, and it might as well be. I mean, there's no other limits to what's going on in this kid's life. Why not try to date a college student? But no, Claire is actually in junior high. Claire is played by Emmy Rossum, and when we first see Charlie spying on her, they have a real Phantom of the Opera moment here.
I didn't realize anyone was here.
Charlie uses his incredible smarts to do something pretty creepy. He spies on her and finds out what school she's in, and then enrolls himself as Chaz Anthony, the coolest name in the world.
Chaz Anthony.
He's gonna go to this school because he has nothing else to do as a college professor who's trying to research particle accelerators. He's going to take these classes that are far below him and be the cool guy. When Chaz Anthony arrives, he's like wearing a leather jacket and has like slicked back hair.
You think this is slicked back? This is pushback.
He starts doing cool stuff like getting detention. Cool. Interrupting everyone.
Didn't think that the info could come in handy while sticking his tongue to the ice.
Yeah, all right.
Just being a total jerk, just like a cool guy. I remember in middle school, the cool guys that would, always flunk their tests, and everyone was like, that's so cool. Like, they are dying laughing. They think this is the most hilarious thing they have ever seen. Maybe it was true in your middle school experience, but being a total loser who's always in detention was not cool at my school. You also didn't want to be like a nerd know-it-all, which is what he was before. You just want to be like a normal kid. I think every middle schooler just wants to fly under the radar, and they feel like every eye is on them at all times, and they just want people to stop looking at them. But here's the secret, middle schoolers, if you're watching this, nobody cares about you. I mean that in a good way. Everyone's thinking only about themselves. You can just do your thing. You'll be fine. This movie posits that students will laugh at anything. When they make Charlie teach a class, this is how people laugh. When Chaz is in class making a fool of himself, the students are laughing at things like this. Actually, the doctor that he's supposed to be helping finds out about it, and he's just like totally cool with it. People are treating him like an adult. He's like, you can do whatever you want. You're in college now. He's a 13-year-old. He can't do whatever he wants. There's got to be someone in charge of him, but no supervision at all. There's one phone call with his dad in this whole movie.
Oh, hey, Dad. Well, the graviton continues to elude my grasp. I can't get to square one with this girl I like, and my students have become openly hostile. Not to mention the dorm food.
Not bad, huh? Well, the only fatherly advice I can give you about the science stuff is just keep plugging away.
Finally, he comes up with a scheme. He's gonna have Claire tutor him. Classic thing for a genius guy to do. Act like you're gonna flunk, but then ask the hot girl who's smart to help tutor you. At some point when Claire and Chaz are starting to get close, they go ice skating, and she stands up and has this insane monologue. It's so long.
I wanted to be a goalie, like Dad.
Then one winter, Mom took me to Lake Chenoweth to see her compete in their annual outdoor figure skating competition.
She was good and all, but nothing earth-shattering. And then, right in the middle of her routine, the heavens opened up, and snow started to fall. And her whole attitude changed. Suddenly, she was no longer just a skater doing compulsory moves for the judges. She was a ballerina in a snow globe.
I swear someone memorized this for like their freshman thespian monologue and gave it exactly like her at some point. And this monologue is so powerful that it causes Chaz to do this.
You're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Rats, the kids with the snowballs. Also during this scene, Chaz gives this impersonation trying to be a tough guy.
You're not so tough.
You talking to me? Are you talking to me? Huh?
Was this all improvised? Are they just improvising this plot and this scene? What's going on? But here's the big twist. Remember I told you Charlie was hated by the hockey team? Well, Emmy Rossum's dad is the coach of the hockey team. Oh no! He's gonna find out that Charlie's been acting as Chaz, and then the whole ruse is up. One day while he's trying to act cool, he like wires up a skeleton to do a remote-controlled dance.
All right, now let's start with the leg and the feet. Now, how many bones do you think are in your feet?
And his teacher's like, it takes some smarts to do this kind of thing. You're really smart. You know, I heard about a child genius over at the college. Maybe we should take a class field trip and meet him. Oh no! This whole sequence of events is just one of the cheapest things. It's like they boiled down all of the worst Who's Who plots and just did the most simplistic version of it. Charlie acts like he's sick. He puts like purple paint on him and he's having to do a switcheroo. It's just pretty dumb overall. And then the big event where it all comes crumbling down is a big hockey match. He decides he's not going to go because all of his middle school friends are going to be there, and he doesn't want to get caught being Chaz and Charlie. But he's such a fan of hockey, he can't resist. So he leaves the particle accelerator on underneath the ice rink and goes up to take a look. And the particle accelerator heats up so much, it destroys the ice skating rink. Oh no!
Please remain calm and do not venture onto the ice.
At the same time, and to double the stakes, Claire's dad, if he loses this match, loses his job, and her life will be ruined. And because the ice skating rink got destroyed and the match is postponed, his job is maybe on the line. And then Emmy Rossum sees him and says, "Hey, that's Chaz." And the dad's like, "No, that's Charlie." And she's like, she puts all the pieces together. Oh, and she gives the coldest line reading ever.
I never want to see you again.
There's a reason that she went on to do some like actual good stuff. Charlie's feeling down and he decides to get back to work, and whoop-de-doo, they discover the gravitrons. They've essentially just changed the world completely, but he doesn't care because he's still lost all of his middle school friends that he had just made a couple of weeks ago. He's still a 13-year-old. He goes to try to apologize to them. He's like, "I have a plan. I can help keep your dad's job and make our team win." And everyone's like, "It's too late, man."
Why don't you just leave us alone, Chaz?
I just wanted to make things right. My name's not Chaz. It's Charlie. Charlie Boyle.
They already know that's why they're mad at you. But then that changes their mind. Just him saying it out loud, I guess. They're like, "Yeah, let's forgive you. You said it. You said the truth now. So all is forgiven." And they come up with a crazy plan to help the team. They're going to use the positrons. What are they called? The gravitrons. They've moved the gravitrons into these little things that they're going to put on the skates. When they move one skate, the other skate's going to move. So they're going to be wearing one set, and then they're going to put them on the enemy team's skates. This is also cheating. They're like, we're doing it to prevent the other team from cheating, but they're doing it by also cheating, which I guess is, it's a two wrongs make a right kind of scenario we got going on here. They got it all set up. It's now an Ocean's 11 movie. They have like code names and like little microphones, and they're planted all over the stadium, and it's working. When the other team, the Raiders, go to cheat, they turn on the gravitrons and then they stop them. They even like make two hockey players dance on the ice. Can you believe it? Hockey players dancing. It's hilarious. But it's still 0-0. They can't get an edge on them, and then they have their chance, the breakaway moment. And then the gravitrons, so they bump into the particle accelerator or whatever, and they start floating. They have like mastered gravity, and they start floating, and the players on the ice start floating. Everyone's floating, and this is just inconsequential. No one's like, these skaters are suddenly flying. Let's postpone the match. No, our team scores, and they win the match, and these other teams' hockey players are just literally like floating through the air. No one pays attention to it. This is a legitimate game. It doesn't matter that the other team's players just started floating in the air. Charlie and Claire, while they're floating, grab hands and kiss each other. It's nonsense. This movie is just nonsense. They win the game, and the dean of the school comes over. He's like, "You're going to keep your job, hockey guy." In the final scene, because the genius kid helped them win the game. The hockey team all comes out. They're gonna play ice hockey with them in the middle of a frozen pond, and everything's great. Everything's good. Charlie has learned how to be a genius and a 13-year-old. And even though he has just changed the world by solving anti-gravity, the most important thing in his life is playing hockey. Moral of the story, hockey's more important than being smart. Friends are more important than changing the world. What does it matter if you're smart if everyone hates you? If it's your first time here, hit the subscribe button, give this video a like. We will see you soon.